A massive crack has appeared in eastern Kenya, leading to residents fleeing their homes and people worrying.
The map of our world is about to change, and I'm not talking about China. Breaching boundaries, a massive crack has appeared in eastern Kenya, leading to residents fleeing their homes. People working in Kenya's Rift Valley were shocked when a massive crack 50 feet deep suddenly appeared, leaving both locals and scientists in disbelief. The crack stretches along Kenya's Great Rift Valley, and many scientists believe it could eventually split the continent apart. This event is not isolated. Over the past month, the region has experienced 31 strong earthquakes, including a powerful 5.8 magnitude tremor. The East African Rift is becoming increasingly active, signaling significant geological changes. Some experts believe this could be the beginning of something much bigger, possibly leading to the creation of a new ocean that will reshape the African continent forever. One of the most surprising signs of this transformation appeared in Kenya's Rift Valley, where a massive crack about 50 feet deep suddenly emerged. This phenomenon stunned both local residents and scientists. However, this occurrence is not random, but part of a much larger geological process unfolding in the region. In just the past month, 31 powerful earthquakes have shaken the area, raising concerns about the increasing instability of the East African Rift. The strongest of these quakes, measuring 5.8 in magnitude, sent shock waves throughout the region, emphasizing the severity of the situation. These earthquakes are stretching the fault lines dividing Africa, gradually pulling the continent apart. The region around Ethiopia's Fentl volcano has been particularly active, experiencing a series of shallow earthquakes that have caused significant concern. On December 29, a 5.1 magnitude earthquake struck 46 kilometers north of Metra, followed by another tremor of 4.7 magnitude just hours later. These tremors were alarming because they occurred just 10 kilometers beneath the surface, making them more powerful and widely felt, including in the capital Addis Ababa. Scientists believe that rising magma beneath the Fentl volcano is contributing to this seismic activity. If the pressure continues to build, it could lead to a major eruption. This recent activity is reminiscent of a similar event in 1989, when a series of earthquakes in the region preceded dramatic tectonic shifts and volcanic eruptions. The East African Rift, stretching over 3,000 kilometers, is one of the world's most seismically active regions. It marks the gradual separation of the Nubian and Somalian tectonic plates, a process that has been reshaping the land for millions of years. Underneath the rift, immense heat from the Earth's mantle weakens the crust, fueling volcanic eruptions and powerful lava flows. This ongoing seismic activity poses a growing threat to the millions of people living near the Rift Valley. Over 3.44 million people live within 100 kilometers of the Fentl volcano, making them vulnerable to earthquakes and the potential eruption of the volcano. Towns like Metra and Arsh, located near active fault lines, continue to experience tremors. Although significant physical damage has not yet occurred, experts warned that the increased seismic activity could lead to larger earthquakes, landslides, or even an eruption in the near future. The East African Rift is not just an intriguing geological feature, it is a dynamic force of nature that is actively reshaping the African continent. Scientists believe we are witnessing the early stages of a dramatic transformation that could eventually lead to the formation of a new ocean, splitting Africa into two separate land masses. While this process will take millions of years, the increasing frequency of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions indicates that significant changes are already underway. Stretching over 3,000 kilometers from the Red Sea to Mozambique, the East African Rift is one of the most fascinating geological formations on Earth. It marks the slow drift of the Nubian and Somalian plates, a process that causes frequent earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. However, this rifting is also setting the stage for a new ocean that could one day divide Africa in two. Scientists predict that it will take between 5 to 10 million years for this transformation to be complete, but the signs of Africa's eventual split are already visible. Cracks and fissures have been appearing throughout the region, including a massive 50 feet deep crack in Kenya's Rift Valley. This crack is so deep that the bottom cannot be seen with the naked eye. Beyond its dramatic appearance, scientists warned that something far more profound is occurring beneath the surface. Further north in Ethiopia's Afar region, a Y-shaped fracture in the Earth's crust has been experiencing increased seismic activity. Over time, this rifting could allow water from the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden to flood the Rift Valley, creating a new ocean. If this happens, parts of Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, Mozambique, Eritrea, and Djibouti could break away from the rest of Africa, forming a new island similar to Madagascar. As this rifting continues, the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden will gradually flood the Rift Valley, accelerating the formation of this new ocean. Recent seismic activity, including a 5.8 magnitude earthquake and 31 strong tremors within a month, indicates that the region is becoming increasingly unstable. Volcanic activity is also rising, particularly at Fentel volcano, where seismic tremors ranging from 4.3 to 5.1 in magnitude suggest that magma is rising beneath the surface, increasing the likelihood of an eruption. Fentel volcano last erupted in 1820 CE, and its summit features a massive caldera measuring 2.5x for 0.5 km, highlighting the immense power beneath the Earth. Previous eruptions, such as one in 1250 CE, resulted in devastating lava flows that destroyed towns and churches. As seismic activity continues to increase, scientists are closely monitoring Fentel and warning that another eruption could be imminent. While the long-term geological changes in East Africa will reshape the continent over millions of years, the immediate concern is the danger posed to the millions of people living near the rift. Towns like Metra, Awash, and Addis Ababa are already experiencing frequent tremors, and experts warn that the risk of larger earthquakes, ground collapses, or volcanic eruptions is high. This seismic instability highlights the urgent need for better monitoring, preparedness, and public awareness. The East African Rift, though growing at a slow pace, just a fraction of an inch per year, holds the potential for drastic changes. Major earthquakes in the region could cause sudden shifts in the Earth's surface, bringing East Africa closer to its eventual split from the rest of the continent. Geologists compare this rifting to historical events that led to the separation of South America and Africa millions of years ago, eventually forming the Atlantic Ocean. Scientists predict that as the rift continues to widen, water from the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden will flood the depression, creating a new ocean and permanently dividing East Africa. While this transformation will take millions of years, its effects are already being felt today. The Earth's landforms are constantly changing, and the landscape of East Africa may look vastly different in the future. This ongoing transformation serves as a stark reminder of the planet's ever-changing nature and the importance of continued monitoring and preparedness for those living in these geologically active regions.